Hello there, Wipper here, and welcome back to another mod showcase, and today I'm going to be showing you a mod called the Torch Levers mod. And don't worry, it's not as boring as it sounds. It doesn't just add torches that act as levers into Minecraft, it adds a whole lot more, as you can probably see by the amount of things I've got set up here. But I am actually going to be starting off with the torch lever, ironically. So yeah, you can see here, we've got a torch lever, and it looks like a normal torch. It even emits light like a normal torch. But you can see the slight difference here. It's got a plaque behind it, which takes the appearance of whatever block you place it on. So if I placed it on cobble, this would be cobblestone plaque behind the actual torch, and it's just a way of distinguishing between normal torches and actual torch levers. So the way you use this is you just use it like a normal lever. So I could just right click and activate it, and you can see the torch moves forwards, and then it outputs a redstone signal behind it, and it's activating this piston, just as you'd probably expect. And then if I just press the lever again, it returns to its normal position, and no longer is a redstone signal being output. And then we've got this redstone torch equivalent of the torch lever, and again it works in exactly the same way, like so, but the special thing about this one is it actually outputs a constant redstone signal to any blocks to the side of it and in front of it. So if you place redstone here, the redstone will be activated. But next up we've got also the same kind of thing, but these are actually torch buttons and redstone torch buttons. So if I press this torch button, you see the actual plaque behind the torch goes in a bit, and then we get a little pulse being output to the piston. The piston extends and then retracts. So it's just like a button, but it has a torch appearance as well. And again, the torch will illuminate the surrounding area. And again, we've got the redstone equivalent like so, which works in the same way as the redstone lever, apart from it's just a short pulse, and it also does output signals in front of it as well. And it is a constant signal, not a intermittent signal. But next up, we've got some slightly different ones. Now these are very peculiar. I'm going to do my best to actually explain these. So on the left, we've got this redstone lever. Now you would have thought that this just acts like a normal lever, but it doesn't. You can see here, when I activate it, it does activate the redstone in front of it, but it doesn't activate the redstone behind it, like so. And the way you actually use this, I'll just show you now. If I actually remove this and then place down a redstone torch, we need to get one of those. Actually, I was on the page, why did I change? So here we go. If I activate this redstone torch like so, you can see that the state of the lever changes. So every time I actually apply a redstone signal to the block that the redstone lever is on, it changes it. And pretty much this acts as a T flip-flop. So it changes every time a signal comes into the actual lever. So you can see here, it's going to output a signal here once, and then the next time round it isn't going to output a signal, but then the next time round it is. So it acts exactly the same as a T flip-flop. And on the right we've got this redstone button here, and this one is pretty much the same, but instead of activating a constant signal when you actually input something, it just gives out a short pulse. I think the best way to show you this is just press the button directly. So if you give it a signal input and then press the button, you can see there's only a really short pulse given out. So it's pretty much like a button, but it doesn't actually output a signal behind it, and it's a really short pulse instead of about a 2-second pulse, if that makes any sense. So yeah, those are the first items I needed to show. But next up we've got some even more interesting ones. You can see here we've got a bookshelf. You know, it just looks like a normal bookshelf, nothing too special. But if I actually go to the side, you can see we've got a raised book here, and this is actually a button. So I think actually I need to remove this from the actual bookshelf so I can show you how you can place it down. So you can either place it down here or at the top left. So I can place it up here, and you can see this book is raised, or I can get rid of that and then place it down here, and those are the two positions you can actually place it on this bookshelf. And then let me just get rid of this so I can actually press the button. Here we go, and there we go. You can see it's output a redstone signal when I press this book, and yeah, there you go, the piston is activated. Now this would be really good if you got like a library room and you wanted a secret access route in your library behind the bookshelf. You could have a really secretly placed down button. No one actually be able to see that, and that's just amazing, isn't it? And there's also an equivalent version of this for bricks and nether bricks as well. So you can see here we've got a brick one, and again this can be placed in two places. So let me remove this. You can also place it up there, like so, and then it'll output a redstone signal like the other button. So yeah, it's just a really cool way. I am using shaders, so it appears to be easier to see than it would do if you're just using the default texture pack, so bear in mind it'd be harder to see that than it is currently. And then you can press the button, and again the piston is activated. And again the same goes for the actual netherrack version. So I can place down the let me just get it back again because I've accidentally removed it. So you can place it up here, or you can place it there. And again, it works exactly the same as a button. It's just very concealed and no one's actually going to notice it. Outputs a redstone signal and the piston is activated. Now finally, for this row of items, we've got this painting, hinge painting here. So you can actually attach this to the side of blocks, like so. So I've attached it to the side of these wooden planks, and they act as like a sideways trapdoor, which looks like a painting. So you can see you can open and close them, and it basically just looks like a painting has been placed on the wall, and you can try and walk into it. It doesn't work, but you can actually open it just in the same way as a door. In fact, it works in two different halves, so these are two separate paintings. They don't come in different size paintings. You only get one kind of painting, painting size. And there you go. Now, there is a little problem with this. Because it's actually flat to the wall and it isn't raised like normal paintings are, there is a way of actually finding out people's secret entrances. But like every other item in this mod, they have made it so you can easily tell when there's a secret button. Just to make it a little bit more fair for people raiding your base and trying to find your stuff, I suppose. So next up, we've definitely got the more exciting part of the mod. The part of the mod that enables you to harm other people and mobs, because definitely we all love doing that, don't we? So here we are, we've got the spikes. Now, there's, I think 7 different varieties of spike, yep. And we're going to start off with just the normal spike trap. So you can see here, if I actually apply a redstone signal to this, the spikes are deployed, and if I try and walk into this, ouch, 2 hearts of damage. And that's how the spike works. But next up, let me just see, we've got this poison spike trap. So if we activate this one and then walk into the spikes, again it does 2 hearts of damage, but in addition to this, it gives you a poison effect for 15 seconds. So you definitely don't want to go to those poison spikes. It's very damaging. So yeah, lucky I'm peaceful, otherwise I'd be down really low in hearts there. So next up, what have we got? We've got the blinding spike trap. You can probably guess what this one's going to do, but we're going to activate it, walk into it like so, and it should give us blindness too, but because I'm using shaders, it doesn't really work well. But look at that, we've got like a silhouette effect, thanks to these shaders. Everything's got like a definition to it. It's really cool. So yeah, that's what that one does. Of course, if you're actually not using shaders, it'd be pitch black, which would be very bad if you're actually in an area with loads of other mobs. They might kill you or something. So yeah, that's the blinding one. But next up, we've got the slowing one. Again, you could probably guess what this one's going to do, but you can see it does 2 hearts of damage, and it's given me slowness too for 20 seconds. So you can see I'm much slower than usual. I'm like a turtle. Yes, I'm a turtle. I love turtles, actually. They're cute. Anyway, next up, we've got the flaming spikes. Yes. Now, these are very good. These are the spikes of choice, I'd say. I'd definitely use these spikes. So here you are. They've got a lovely orange colour to them, and if you walk into them, you get set on fire. Burn, baby, burn. Okay, I'm not going to do that. I don't know why I was doing that. Yeah, there we go. So that's the flaming spike trap. And then we've got the withering spike trap. And there we go. I've activated them, and they look like normal spikes actually, because of course the wither effect is black, so no change there. And if I walk into this, it gives me the horrible wither effect, which is arguably worse than poison. Look at it. Ouch. Wither 3. Oh dear. Oh, that's horrible. Definitely don't walk into any of those. That's really painful. And then last but not least, we've got the automatic spike trap. So this one doesn't require a redstone input for them to actually function. All you have to do is walk over them, and boom, the spikes are activated. There is a little bit of delay, so if you actually sprint over it, you're not going to get impacted by it. But if you walk over it, you will. So that's how those work. So I'd definitely recommend putting a line of these, maybe like that, like loads of them. Actually, let me just go into creative and see if this works. So we're going to place loads of them down, and we're going to run across them. Yeah, spike traps. I love them. So yeah, that's how those work. And those are all the different varieties of spikes. But what have we got next? Oh yes, of course, the collapsing slabs. So you can see here, I've set up a lava pit. A lava pit of death, that is. So these are actually collapsing slabs, and if I try and walk over this, you can probably predict what's going to happen. I'm better go into survival because it doesn't work in creative, but if I walk over this in survival mode, like so, oh, they're starting to fall. Oh, and they've all fallen. Wow. Did you see how close that was? They were falling literally just behind me as I was walking, so I definitely recommend sprinting over any of those if you encounter them. Then again, there's no real way of like working out whether they're collapsing slabs or not. I suppose you'd have to break them. Look, we've parted the lava. It's like Moses, but with lava. Okay. Oh dear. And now we can jump down there and look cool. Oh yeah. This is what it's all about. Anyway, we need to fly out of this hole, otherwise we're going to get burned by lava, and I don't like that. And that's how the collapsing slabs work. And again, they come in loads of different varieties. So if I actually go into the creative menu here and scroll down to the slabs, you can see we've got every single kind of slab variety you could possibly dream of, even quartz slabs. So that's how you can actually use the collapsing slabs. They're very good for player traps or something like that. So yes, there are actually even more items that this mod adds. So next up, we've got the illusion blocks. So you may be thinking I'm just staring blankly at a plank wall or something, but no, this is a special plank wall. I can actually walk through one particular area of this wall using the illusion blocks. And if I actually hold the illusion block in my hand, you can see it's got like a semi-transparent texture, which I really love. Look at that, you can see straight through this block. It's a really good way of illustrating what kind of block it is. So, these two blocks here, would you believe me if I said that they're actually fake? I can walk straight through them. You can actually be like a ghost. Look at this. Straight through them. Woo! You can feel like a ghost. In fact, you can even stand directly inside of them. This would be brilliant for hide and seek. I mean, I'm presuming you can't see yourself from outside, so you could just hide here and no one would ever know because you can crouch and your name tag would be hidden. Look at this, it's awesome. If I press F5, can I see myself? No. What am I even looking at? What is that? Oh, that's my mouth. Hey, look at my mouth. Oh dear, that's scary. Hello, me. Oh, why am I looking at myself? But yep, you can do hide and seek, hide in a wall with illusion blocks. How cool is that? But let's just pass straight through. So yeah, here we are. We've got another wall now. And this is just showing you that you can actually get different varieties of illusion blocks. So next up, we've got the cobble illusion blocks. So if I remember rightly, there should be two blocks here, which are illusion blocks. And if I walk into them, I should pass straight through. Ouch. I'm just banging my head repeatedly on the wall now, look. Ouch, ouch. What am I doing? Okay, maybe it's these. Let's walk through. Okay, these are the ones. You can see these are illusion blocks and they look exactly like cobble. I really like these blocks. It's a good way of like hiding a secret entrance in your house without it being too obvious. Of course, you could do the normal painting method of just walking into the walls, but you'd have to do it everywhere in someone's house to see if they've got a secret base or something. At least with paintings, you know the general area where the secret entrance could be. With this, you really don't have a clue. It could be anywhere in their house, and you'd have to look like a dummy all day walking into the walls trying to find the secret entrance. In fact, that reminds me of the game L.A. Noire, if you've ever played that, where you could just like walk into tables until it told you that you'd actually found something of importance. So yeah, you could just walk through these walls. How cool is that? Those are the different varieties of illusion blocks. And I'll just go into the creative inventory and you can see how many different varieties of illusion blocks there actually are. I mean, look at that. It's insane. There's so many different varieties. It's crazy. But anyway, let's just go over here so I can show you the last item in this mod, which are the carpet trapdoors. And the carpet trapdoors come in all the different varieties of wall that you can get in Minecraft, all the different colors. And if you've got like a house with a carpet floor, it's really good at hiding like an underground area to your house or a basement entrance, for example. Now this block here is actually the carpet trapdoor, and using shaders you can actually see that it's the trapdoor because you can see the kind of like light glimmer like shining through. The shaders kind of give it away, don't they? Look at that. That's really cool how the shaders give it away though, look. Anyway, let's just open it up, and there you go, look at it, it's a trapdoor. You can just open it and walk down, well, jump down because I haven't place down a ladder. That was a bit dumb. And yeah, no one would ever be able to find that unless they randomly walked around your house looking like a dummy again, right-clicking your carpets until they opened it. Oh dear, I love this mod. It's just brilliant for hiding stuff, and I love hiding stuff. You could hide anything in a basement. How brilliant is that? So yeah, that's pretty much everything in the torch levers mod. As I said at the start, it's not just torch levers, there's so many cool items that this mod adds which you can use to hide stuff. And I love hiding stuff, it's brilliant. So if you've enjoyed this mod showcase, please remember to leave a like, that'd be brilliant. And subscribe if you haven't already. I upload mod videos every week, and yeah, hope you enjoy them. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next mod showcase.